Hi everybody. Today I'm certainly not outdoors in the greenhouse. It's blooming cold out there, miserable and typical December type weather. Today I'm putting up one item which means a lot to me, funnily enough, as the item you see in front of you now. I'll give you an idea of the size of it. As far as I know, it'd be one of the first lead lights or markers that you'd plug into the American socket, and within the capsule is a 1/2 watt neon. I won't show you it working. It does work, but it's more important to get this out and put it on YouTube. Now, there's a long story about this. Well, not this particular one. There is a story though. When I went to America as a kid, and I was a kid at the time, I was about 8 or 9 at the time, a long time ago as far as I'm concerned, my uncle there gave me some little bits and bobs to bring back to England. One of these items was one of these. Obviously or not, I couldn't use it in England on our voltage, which is 240, as opposed to the 120 they use in America. But nevertheless, it was something I sort of treasured. I'd much rather have something like that than a blooming toy. I had some plugs as well, an old lamp. 25, I think it's a 25 watt lamp, I mentioned it before, with an inside etch. If I find it, I'll put it up. But I definitely had one of these. And you see the name there, if I turn it round the right way, it's called a Robolite. Robolite model. It's got your voltage on there. And we should be able to see it now. It's got the normal American plug, which just plugs into their outlet, and inside is a 1/2 watt neon indicator bulb, plus a resistor, which if you look at the base there, you can just see where it would go, or it does go. It goes through a resistor onto a little neon. So if it ever packed up, the neon burnt out, you could gently remove that disc, which is only held in really by the pins. Remove it and change the actual neon lamp. I don't want to do that because this is as it was. Now, unfortunately, being a kid, you lose things, and I lost one of these. Of course, I thought it was the only one in the world. Upset me a lot. Well, I have seen one of these displayed on one of the American lighting forums. Exactly the same thing. It had the name up, Robolite. I didn't know it was called Robolite, but that was the name. Anyhow, to cut a very long story short, a couple of years ago I was at my favourite boot sale, which incidentally is no longer there. That's the one at Wimbledon Plough Lane. I mentioned it many times. They're going to build flats there, I believe, and probably another football ground if they're able to. But anyhow, that is a different story. At one of these boot sales, I was looking round as you do, and a seller had an American, well, that was Canadian actually, a Canadian socket. Well, it was Canada made, but exactly the same as the American ones. In it was an adapter plug plus this. I couldn't believe it. Here's me, waited till I'm the age I am now, over 70, and I've never ever been able to get a replacement for this. I know it might sound daft, but there is. It arrived, I gave, I think it was only £1 or so I gave. After I had it in my hands, in my pocket, I said to the seller, "God, blimey, I've been after one of these for donkey's years." He looked at me as if I was mad. Well, perhaps I am. Anyhow, that's more or less all I'm going to say today. So if anyone knows anything about this, probably see it better now. It's a Robolite. It's got model, I think it's Model D. It'll show up better when the video comes out. Half watt, UL, that stands for Underwriters Laboratories. Made in USA. It's Model B. So there we are, and that gives you an idea of the size with my blooming great hand. So any comments, please leave. Also, on the pins themselves, there's a trademark. Shows a magnet, horseshoe magnet, with either a flash of lightning through it or a coil round it. Funny enough, this similar motif was used in England for the General Electric company, but I don't think this has any connection at all with the English GEC or the American GE. But any info on this, I'd be very, very grateful. Thanks again for looking. I will put some more videos up again. I might do another one later today. But as I say, there won't be anything on the plants at the moment. It's just too cold to go down there. I make sure the heating's on if it goes below freezing. So there we are. A Robolite. I think very, very rare. Someone else might come back and say, "Oh no, they're common." I don't think they are though. Robolite, made in USA. Thanks for watching. Comments please make. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and everything else you do on YouTube. Thank you.